Welcome back everyone, it's I with EyeWillPlay, and today we're going to do a short tutorial on how to give villagers jobs in Minecraft. Now there's 13 different jobs that they can get. We'll go through every single one of them, as well as I'm going to show you exactly which item or workbench that you're going to give them in order to turn the villager into the profession that you're looking for. So let's get into this. Let's go! So here I have set up all 13 stations. You can see I put a light on top of each one and fencing all the way around. The one really important thing you need when you have a villager is you need a bed. So each one of these can hold a villager. That's all you need is a bed and a villager and an item to put down for them to be able to have a job. So I put signs in front of every single one that'll show you exactly what it takes. So in this case, this villager has no job right now. In order to make him a librarian, you need a lectern. So if you get a lectern and you put it down and you can watch, you'll see those green stars that happen around the lectern, and they also happen to the villager. You give the villager a right click if you're in Windows 10, or select them in other versions, and you're going to see that this is a librarian now. Let's say I have another villager in here. This villager came out as a cleric. You know, we don't want the villager to be a cleric. We want him to be a weaponsmith. So we're going to take the grindstone and we'll put it here. And just watch closely. You see the stars and stars. And now we have the weaponsmith. So we have our librarian, we have our weaponsmith. Now to get a cleric, we need a brewing stand. Let's put a villager in there. The villager is a leather worker. We don't want that. Let's change it over to a cleric. So we use a brewing stand, we put that down, and he's already turned into a cleric. I think you can exchange for emeralds, get some redstone. Going down the line. Whoops. Sorry, dude. Whoops, I didn't let him go inside with his bed. Let me break this out. Let's push him in there a little bit. There we go. Now he's inside and he is a weaponsmith, and we want him to be a butcher. So let's take the smoker, and he's not far enough in there. Get back. Throw down the smoker. And there we go. He's a butcher. Next, we put the guy in here, and he is weaponsmith. And we wanted to make him an armorer. So, get a blast furnace. And he'll switch into an armorer. Iron helmets, there's bells. Those bells are awesome, otherwise you gotta steal them from villages. Kind of cool to have those. Next one. And this guy's a butcher. We wanted him to be a toolsmith. So we get the smithing table, throw it down here, and he's a toolsmith. Get tools, and again a belt. This guy looks like he is a farmer. We don't want a farmer, we want a fletcher in this spot. So we get our fletching table, throw that down, and now he's a fletcher. You can see how easy this is. As long as you match up the jobs with the villagers, they'll turn directly into it. I recommend that you do this one villager at a time. So as you breed villagers and get more villagers as you go along, make sure you're adding the jobs. If you want them to have different jobs, add the jobs as you get the villagers, as they turn into adults anyways. If you wait too long till there's a whole bunch of villagers, it gets a little bit more difficult to lock them into a given job. Sometimes a librarian, for example, if we pop this out and we change the job over to something else, another one of these other guys could potentially change and grab that job site. So you want to do this as you go along, as you get villagers, and that way you can keep them all separated. If you had a whole bunch of villagers all at once and decided to throw down a block right in front of a villager, good luck that that villager's going to have that job. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. So what you need to do is, in that situation, is find the bed that they are assigned to. You'll see the green lights, right? You can pop a bed, like break a bed, put the bed back in there, you'll see those green little stars that come above the bed, but also one of the villagers' heads. That's how you know which villager has that bed. Then you can put down a job table or a job item, and when they change the job, you'll be able to link the bed with the job together with the villager with just a little bit more work. The cartography table, this is what we want the next guy to be. A cartographer, a map maker. We got our new villager and he turned into a farmer, it looks like. No, a fisherman. We don't want a fisherman here. We want a cartographer. So boom, we have a cartographer. We can get empty maps, we can get maps with compasses, and obviously all these guys allow us to trade for emeralds as well, which is super important in this game. So the next one we want to have is a shepherd. Next one we wanted to have is a shepherd. We put the villager in. It looks like we have a farmer. So let's put in a loom. And the loom makes the shepherd. Gray wool, shears. This one we want a fisherman. And instead we got a stonemason. So we're going to put a barrel in this one. Turn him into a fisherman. And there's our fisherman. Fish, emeralds, campfires. This one we wanted a leather worker. So we're going to use the cauldron because right now it looks like we got... Hey, we did get a leather worker. But let's keep him locked in as a leather worker. There we go. Now he won't change when we put in a different job site anywhere close to him. He's a leather worker. We can get leather pants. This looks like a green dyed leather helmet. Okay, and this guy came out as... Looks like a fisherman? Yeah, he's a fisherman. We don't want a fisherman here. We wanted a stonemason, so we get our stone cutter. And place it right there, and now we have our stone cutter. We can exchange for brick, exchange clay for emeralds, get more advanced items as we level them up. And last in our setup, but not least, we wanted to get a farmer. And what did we end up with? We got a librarian. So let's put a composter in there. And now we have our farmer. Make bread, potatoes, cheese, all types of cool things. So there you go. That's as easy as it is to assign the jobs and what all the jobs are. Again, for a librarian, put down a lectern. For a weaponsmith, do a grindstone. For a cleric, use a brewing stand. For a butcher, use a smoker. For an armorer, use a blast furnace. For a toolsmith, use a smithing table. For a fletcher, use a fletching table. For a cartographer, use a cartography table. For a shepherd, use a loom. For a fisherman, use a barrel. For a leather worker, use a cauldron. For a stonemason, use a stone cutter. And for a farmer, who likes sheep evidently, or sheep likes the farmer, use a composter. Hopefully that helps you all out to understand how you go about assigning jobs to villagers in Minecraft. I do have tutorials on some of these jobs or these items inside of the channel. If you have any other questions, please leave those in the comments below. I know when I was newer in the game, I had to look all these up and it was really difficult for me to find a list of what went with what to make what and how to make that happen. So again, I hope this really helps you guys out. Please like this so more people can see it. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed already for a lot more tutorials, a lot more Minecraft fun, and other games as well. Take it easy, everybody. We will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.